The call came in the middle of the morning rush. My son's teacher. Her voice brittle, urgent. "You need to come here immediately." No explanation. Just wait in every syllable. I drove too fast, parked crooked, ran through the school's doors like I was breaching enemy ground. The police were already there, blue lights flashing against children's drawings taped to the walls. A uniformed officer pulled me aside, away from my son, away from the classroom. His tone was rehearsed, controlled, but the tremor was there. What we found in that tablet is horrifying. I braced myself for anything but this. When he showed me, the air left my lungs in a single violent breath. Images, messages, video fragments. Not my son's tablet, my wife's. And suddenly the call made sense. The horror was not what my child had carried to school, it was what my wife had been hiding inside it. I sat in that sterile room, staring at the device that had just split my life in two. The officer's words bled together. Evidence, seizure, forensic team. But my mind was somewhere else, back home, in her hands. Her smile, her late nights framed as work, all the absences, all the secrecy. I had told myself stories to explain them. Meetings, deadlines, fatigue. Now I saw them for what they were, a double life, a hidden appetite. She had used my trust as camouflage, used our son's innocence as cover. I felt nothing at first, not rage, not grief, just a cold settling, a war frost. They let me leave after statements and signatures. I picked up my son, who clutched at me without knowing. He only asked one question. "Dad, am I in trouble?" "No," I whispered, but someone else was. I didn't confront her that night. I couldn't, not yet. Instead, I studied, listened, gathered. Old instincts from a life I thought I'd buried came back like muscle memory. I mirrored her routines, noticed every inconsistency, every shift in tone when she answered the phone, every shadow in her face when she caught me watching. I searched through cloud backups she hadn't erased properly, found deleted files still lingering in system caches. Enough to sketch a pattern. It wasn't random, it was curated, organized, coded. She hadn't stumbled into this, she had chosen it. And worse, she had done it under the same roof where our son slept. I ate meals across from her, nodding at her small talk, her practiced laugh. Inside, my mind was a machine, calculating how deep her betrayal went, how far I would need to go to end it. I didn't plan violence. That would be too simple, too merciful. I planned exposure, because nothing kills a betrayer faster than their own truth. The evidence came in a neat folder, hard copies, verified, forensic seals intact. It wasn't just what she consumed, it was what she shared. Her face, her voice, her messages. She hadn't been a spectator, she had been a participant. When I handed her the folder across the kitchen table, she didn't open it right away. She only glanced at my expression, and something inside her seemed to break. She flipped the pages, line by line. Her lips parted. A choked sound slipped out. I can explain, but there are no explanations for certain kinds of rot. I didn't shout, didn't strike. I only asked her one question, as cold as stone. How long did you think you could keep this hidden? Her silence was the first honest thing she'd given me in years. I didn't threaten her. I didn't need to. I had already copied everything, backed it up in 3 places. And now I slid a single flash drive onto the table beside her trembling hands. "Tomorrow," I said quietly, "this goes to the authorities if you don't leave tonight. No argument, no custody battle, no fight over money. You walk out that door with nothing, or the world sees what's inside that tablet." Her face drained of color. She tried to plead, but her voice collapsed in on itself. She realized, in that moment, she wasn't negotiating with a husband. She was negotiating with inevitability, and inevitability doesn't bargain. She left before dawn, suitcase half packed. No goodbye to our son. The silence she left behind was louder than her footsteps, but it was clean. I watched the sun rise from the same table where her world had ended. My son padded into the kitchen, hair tangled, eyes heavy. "Where's Mom?" he asked. "She's gone," I said. And for the first time, the truth didn't taste bitter. Because betrayal, once exposed, no longer holds power. It only destroys the one who carried it. I felt no pity, no loss, only clarity. And clarity, I realized, is the sharpest revenge of all.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.